Hello there. Welcome to another episode of Frequency Readings. This is episode number 7, and I am Michael. I am your host once again. In today's reading, I'm just going to keep it a short one today, so it's just going to be a quickie. This is an actor, again, a well-known actor. I think most people have heard of this fella. And I will release the name on this guy. And the reason why is because actually his reading is really good. And I like to highlight people that are doing well. There's so much sickness in Hollywood that it's really gratifying when you come across somebody that seems to be on a very good path. And going by his record, and from what I understand is going on, with his career, and there's a few other actors that are having the same problems, that if you are on a good path and not getting caught up in the garbage that goes on in Hollywood, then you tend to get ostracized by the community there. And this seems to be true with this fellow. So let's get on with this. We are actually reading Kevin Sorbo. I think he's been a great. I've enjoyed a lot of the stuff he does. There's no doubt about that. So let's get into this reading right away. His birth frequency, when he was born and when he incarnated on this planet, he actually came in at the frequency of 310. 310 is willingness. So he came into the world with the perception of willingness. That describes to me putting out effort. He's willing to come to this planet, this plane of existence, and do something. So how has he done in his life? Well, if you look at his overall frequency, it's actually 540. 540 is joy. So he's done very well, because one of our goals in life is to actually get back to our birth frequency, because when you get born here, you take a plummet when it comes to your frequency and vibration. They just drop right down because you get hit with so many things. And then our goal in life is to climb back up. So he climbed back up and he surpassed the 310. So that's very good. You would have to look at his life, and we're not getting into any of the other numbers at this point in time, but just on that basis alone, his life is very successful. And he's doing very well. So that's commendation goes out to Kevin Sorbo for that. His overall congruency is 500, and that's love. And when you see him, when you listen to him speak, and I'm not talking about in his roles, I'm talking about in his interviews, you can sense that love coming through. You can feel his compassion, his empathy. You can get the sense that this is a real man coming through, not some twisted version of what a man should be. His perception of reality comes in at 600. So he's looking at his reality, the world, through the lens of peace. So again, he's doing very well. When it comes to finances, he's looking at through the lens of reason, 400. So he's bringing his mind to his financial situation, and he's using that to decide where he's going to go and what he's going to do with that. Relationships, he looks through the lens of acceptance, and that's 350. So he's accepting of his relationships. So he could grow a little bit more in that area, and I'm sure he's going to. But I mean, Hollywood's a tough place if you live anywhere near there. Personal growth is 530. That's based in love. Again, he's doing very well. Philanthropy is 540. So he's bringing joy to how he helps people in whatever form that takes. Intuition is also 540, so that's based in joy. So he's being joyful with how he uses his intuition. And if you listen to him in his interviews, he seems to be using his intuition quite well. Okay, when it comes to joy, 100%. He's enjoying his life. He's really doing what he wants to do, and he's having a lot of fun. His ego is 20%, and his super ego is 7%. So he's very much in control of his ego. In the now, 90% of the time, remarkable. That's remarkable. He's doing very well with that. His integrity is 100%. So again, he's doing very well. He's being very authentic to who he is, and he's not straying off of that authenticity. Self-awareness, 92%. So that goes right along with the now. He's very much self-aware of who he is and what he's doing and what he's trying to do. Divine purpose, 95%. Again, that's commendable. Personal purpose, 97%. Again, very commendable. Compassion, wow, 100%. That's impressive. That's very impressive. Alignment with the universe, 96%. Now, I know that Kevin is one of the more conservative voices in Hollywood. He gets picked on a lot for that. And he's also a Christian. So his alignment with the universe at 96% makes absolute sense to me. And I would suspect by the numbers we've seen, he knows how to tap into that connection as well. Dimensions that he resides in. Well, he's 9% of the time in the third dimension, 12% of the time in the fourth dimension, and 78% of the time in the fifth dimension. So he's very much a multi-dimensional being. Again, doing very well. His soul origin was actually Sirius. His soul age is he's an old soul. So he's done this many times. He's been around the block quite a few times, and he knows what he's doing. His emotional maturity is at 23%. Society as a whole, and I've probably said this before, society as a whole is at 12%, at the level of a 12-year-old girl. So he could probably improve on that. But when you think about what he's doing, what his occupation is, and where he is, maybe he's not doing so bad. He could grow a little bit. And he's 100% for humanity. He's not playing any games. He's not trying to win any awards. He's not trying to, keep the occultism in Hollywood going. He's actually outspoken in that regards. As are a few other guys like Mel Gibson and Jim Caviezel. I can never pronounce his name properly. Caviezel, that's his name. And there's others out there that are trying to get their voices heard, but it's hard with the way the media is for them. So that's my reading for today. I hope you found that interesting. Kevin Sorbo, look him up. And if you're looking for films to watch or actors that you can watch, try and focus on the ones that are not aligned with the occult, that are staying out of the garbage in Hollywood. And here's a starting place for you with Kevin. Okay, I'll leave it at that right now. Have a great rest of your day, and may the sun continue to shine on you. It's almost spring-like here right now. Okay, thank you very much. Take care.